How do you become magnetic to the right for you opportunities? I'm going to share with you the 3 practical and simple steps so that you can effortlessly attract your desired outcomes. These are the simple changes that you can implement today, right now, and you will start seeing transformational shifts in as little as a few hours or a few days even. Now, it could be the right opportunity, the right person, a new client, a new contract, and it will seem like it came out of the blue, but it arrived in your reality because you did the energetic alignment work. I once heard the statement that made a huge impression on me, and it became my life mission to unpack and live by it. And it simply said, you can get paid for being you. I heard it on the audio recording while I was setting up the restaurant I was working at ages ago when I still lived in Miami in the United States. And that idea seemed a million miles away from the reality I was in. But there was something interesting that was happening inside of me. You know that butterfly feeling when you are falling in love? I instantly fell in love with that statement and its promise. It resonated at a deep soul level. Call it a spiritual awakening, an intuitive hunch, a deeper voice of truth, or simply taking ownership of my life. But it made sense to me emotionally and logically. Think about it. When you share your gifts with the world using your voice as a force for good, you create a value exchange. You allow yourself to get paid for who you are. And it became my quest to unpack that and magnetize the right circumstances. And for that, in the process, I had to learn to become magnetic. So here are the 3 simple steps that you can use today. So step number 1, make a decision to become magnetic. Do not underestimate the simplicity of this step. Genius is always found in simple things. The moment you make a decision to become magnetic, from this moment forward, you literally activate your personal power and connect it with the power of the universe. I've always believed and lived by this life principle that life will always meet you halfway. That is not a bumper sticker slogan, it's the essence of transformation. I've seen it play out multiple times in my own life story, from poverty in Ukraine to building life from scratch in America on my own. So the decision to become magnetic is already halfway there. Now, I'm sure you have seen those people that as soon as they walk in the room, the word winner is written all over them. It's not about how they look. It's not about how much money they make. You don't know how much money they make or the status they carry or the confidence, but it's their magnetic presence, that pull. You're not quite sure what exactly it is, but you wish you had it. The good news is you can, because that magnetic energy is available to us all. Highly successful people simply activated it and infused their story with it. That's why everything they do seems so natural, effortless, and aligned. They possess a powerful calm. And that is what makes them magnetic. It can be your story too. And it starts with a decision. Everything is energy. Your entire reality can shift the instant you shift your energy from meh to magnetic. And it is unlocked with your decision. So make a decision right now. Step number 2, own the unfolding of your story. You are exactly where you need to be, where you consciously or unconsciously created with your thoughts, words, actions, and behaviors. And it's not about blame, it's about taking responsibility. Look, the universe is not a capricious entity that favors some and punishes others. No one is out there to get you, even when it feels unfair and illogical. The universe is governed by specific, precise laws that operate like clockwork. The moment you own your story, everything that happened for you in the past, everything that is happening for you in the present, and everything that will happen for you in the future, that is the moment you reclaim your power. You elevate yourself from drifting, from victimhood, from it's not my fault narratives to becoming a conscious creator of your reality. You step into alignment. You develop that powerful calm. You become magnetic. I wrote a book, Your Story is Your Power, where I go deep into this. Your story becomes your most powerful leverage in your business, your career, and your life. When you connect with yourself, the world opens up to you. And let me be very clear. During the darkest periods of my life, when my personal relationships were falling apart, when I had a few $100s left in my bank account, feeling utterly alone and helpless in a foreign country, what kept me sane was this reminder: own your story. Now, it's easy to live by this when things are flowing naturally, when everything is so great. But when your back is pressed against the wall and paralyzing doubts engulf you, that is where you fully step into your power. That shift alone elevates your identity and magnetizes the right people, the right circumstances, and the right connections needed for your breakthrough. Step number 3, own your worth. I worked with so many people, helping them streamline their stories and use their unique messages to magnetize opportunities in their business. And almost every single one of them opened the conversation with me with the same words: I don't think my story is message worthy. Who am I to share it? No one would be interested in my perspective. Now, it all comes from a lack of self worth. The highlight reels of social media, designed to show you a fraction of the truth, are engineered to make you feel small, inadequate, behind, not enough. Consciously or unconsciously, we get sucked into that stinky mud of comparison to others further down the path. And as we know, where focus goes, energy flows. When we focus on our shortcomings, our creativity seeps through the cracks of self doubt. We lose touch with our worthiness. And when we operate from the energy of lack, there is no room for magnetism. Here is the truth: your worthiness is unconditional. It's not dependent on what you've accomplished, how much money you have, or the things you own. Elon Musk is no more worthy than a homeless man digging through trash outside Tesla warehouse. We're all equally worthy. But here is the beautiful irony: the more worthy you feel, the more you can receive, the more things you can have. Because when you own your worth, your inner value, your genius, you start thinking and behaving differently. You become magnetic. You operate from the place of power within you, not from the place of lack outside you. You cannot control the external world. You can only control your inner world. And the extraordinary thing is that when you gain power over your inner world, you don't just become magnetic to the external world, you literally jump onto a different version of reality. So, step number 1, make a decision to become magnetic. You're already halfway there. Number 2, own your story. And number 3, own your worth. 3 steps, simple, profound, but life-changing. You were not born to drift. You were not born to shrink. You were not born to scroll through someone else's highlight reel and wonder why your life doesn't look like that, why you are stuck. You were born to be magnetic. The opportunities are already in motion. The right people are already out there. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is not waiting on the universe. It's waiting on you to show up. Make a decision, own your story, own your worth, and watch the world transform in front of your eyes.